Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, I'll do my best not to say the F word. Only I Didn't Say Fudge is an 11% Imperial Cream Stout from Transient Artisan Ales in Bridgman, Michigan. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I've been enjoying a whole lot of stouts this fall and winter so far, so prepare yourself, because that trend's going to continue here today with Only I Didn't Say Fudge from Transient Artisan Ales. Now, Transient does a lot of great beers, but I think this may be the first time I've had a stout from them that wasn't barrel aged. They do a lot of really great ones, Junie, Neckbeard, Nectar, all that good stuff, but I think I have to look that up. Now, this is paying a tribute to A Christmas Story, and that's a great way to get me interested in a beer, so let's take a look at the label. We'll get into a glass. But first, I'd like to thank my executive producers, Brian Kramer, David Jeffries, Chad Shirk, Vinny Cat, and Cam Freeman for helping to bring this review to you today. If you'd like to become a producer, help out the channel, or maybe just throw me a couple bucks to buy me a beer, take a look at my Patreon at patreon.drafttherapy.com, where you can get early access to these videos and a few other special perks available only to patrons. Let's check it out. So there's only the front label on these. On Transients, some of these beers, some of them they're the full wrap, but this one's just the front wrap across the top. It says Transient Artisan Ales. Only I Didn't Say Fudge, which is an Imperial Cream Stout. It's a 2021 vintage. This is 11% ABV, and it is 1 pint. Underneath that is a government warning, and it says brewed in Bridgman, Michigan, with a Michigan 10-cent deposit. You can look at this. It's got this nice red, kind of maroon label, dark red color to it. Just looking at it, you know, it just kind of instills that whole A Christmas Story vibe into it. The font is the same as the title to A Christmas Story. If you didn't know the line, Only I Didn't Say Fudge, you might not really realize that that's what movie this is kind of inspired by. But I mean, once you've seen it, you're like, oh yeah, of course, I know exactly what he's talking about. There is no canned on date. There's no brewed on date, expiration date, any of that kind of stuff. I don't believe Transient does that often, or if they do it at all, but this one definitely doesn't have that. So we're going to grab the Draft Therapy Tiku glass here. We're going to crack it, put a nose on the can, pour it, go through the whole vibe here. And let's do that. Let's put a nose on it. Ooh, almost spilled it here. Getting a nice kind of chocolatey sweet aroma out of it. Roasted malty aroma, what you would expect from a stout, 11% stout at that. So let's go ahead and pour this. Coming really dark, like almost like an oil consistency out of the can itself. This is barely transparent at all on the pour. Sometimes stouts, like this, even high ABV stouts, generally the barrel-aged ones, you can see through it. If we're looking here, the bubbles are starting to collect. I can smell a nice sweet kind of smoky aroma even right now. I'm getting about a finger, being generous, getting about a finger worth of head here. It's a nice kind of darker head. It's a little bit kind of shading towards coffee colored. Like I said, one finger's kind of generous. It's really dissipating very quickly on this already. If we hold it up to the light here, that is just straight up dark. Like, I'm not seeing my fingers through. I comment sometimes on dark beers, on stouts, about the bulb of the glass, being able to see through it and see a color. It still looks super dark. There's not like a reddish or a brownish hue at all. Even with these bright lights, the lights you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, very dark. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you could see like a brown, but it's totally like black. So let's put a nose on it. It has a bit of a sweetness to it. The same kind of aromas out of the can, hasn't changed much. Getting a little bit of a sweet kind of chocolatey note out of it, a dark roasty kind of malty aroma. Maybe a little bit of a dark fruit kind of aroma coming out of it too. So let's go ahead and try it out. Cheers. We're gonna have to start with the mouthfeel. It's got a nice, rich mouthfeel to it. It's got a bit of a creaminess on the mouthfeel. It's not super syrupy. It's actually not syrupy at all. It's a little bit on the heavy side. It's heavier than medium. It's not lager crisp, right? It's not like, you will not mistake this in a blind taste test for a lager at any time ever in your life. It's just got a nice kind of heavier kind of mouthfeel to it. Not quite syrupy, but a nice, thick, rich mouthfeel. Very creamy as well. Let's talk about the taste. A lot of great taste going on here. So we're getting that really dark, rich, chocolatey note to it. There is a bit of almost a coffee kind of flavor in there too. You get that toasty, roasty, malty flavor. And the thing when I was talking about the mouthfeel, sometimes I kind of get, I think about things when I'm talking about it, because talking about the mouthfeel can sometimes take over and you start to taste some of those flavors too. On the finish on this beer, it is so toasty, so smoky, so roasty. It's like you're getting all those nice sweet notes up front. You get a nice sweet swallow too, but the finish, when it just kind of sits there, is where this really like pays off, right? You're getting those roasty notes, those toasty notes, very, very toasty, like almost like toast kind of flavors in there. So not even so much as the roasted malts, but you're getting nice toasty kind of notes as well. That's just a real good beer. That is like super fudgy, mixed in with that creamy mouthfeel. It's running the whole gamut. It's hitting all those notes for me. Like this is a kind of stout that I really enjoy. I really enjoy stouts that have that rich fullness of mouthfeel, that have that rich fullness of flavor. You're getting the chocolatey, you're getting some complex kind of flavors in there. You're getting the roasted malts, you're getting a bit of a roasted kind of barley flavor to it. You're getting the chocolate, a little bit of a coffee. You're getting, like I said, just that kind of toasty note. The whole aftertaste, the whole finish is where the beer really pays dividends, because you get those nice sweet notes at the beginning, which most people look for in stouts. But you're getting that kind of toasty note as well that just kind of wraps it all up, that finishes the beer off. It's just a great combination of not only that sweetness, but you're getting the balance of that finish as well, that toasty kind of finish. And the thing that, again, that I really like about this beer is that the mouthfeel isn't too heavy. It's very creamy. It's very smooth. It has just all those rich flavors, very fudgy, has kind of a decadent kind of flavor to it. It just has so many notes that are like, it balances so well. You're, like I said, you're getting that sweetness, you're getting that roasty toastiness on the tail end, and it's just a great balance in a beer. If I would say, if you're not into stouts, this is probably a stout. You're not probably going to buy this anyways, right? But if you're a stout fan of any kind of stout style, adjunct or just not, this is definitely a beer to look for, to pick up. It just has really great notes. You're really going to enjoy it. It's going to bring a smile to your face. Has a great name. If you love A Christmas Story, this is the perfect season for it. Maybe even a little late. You're going to see this probably between Christmas and New Year if you're seeing this when this video comes out. But it's a great beer to enjoy at any time. There's no such thing as stout season in my book, and this beer fits in at any time. All right, friends, that has been Only I Didn't Say Fudge from Transient Artisan Ales in Bridgman, Michigan. Have you had this beer? Can you think of any non-barrel aged stouts you've had from Transient that you really loved? And did Santa bring you everything on your Christmas list? Maybe you were naughty, maybe you were a little bit nice. Let me know in the comments down below while you're down there. If you like beer, you might want to subscribe and click that bell. I'm here talking about beer twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's all for free for viewers just like you, and you might miss your newest favorite, or you might not know to avoid a clunker because you weren't getting those notifications, you weren't subscribed. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries. These guys are in Bridgman, Michigan. And until next time, don't forget to treat yourself to a little Draft Therapy. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Cheers.